Hello, first grade. It is Friday, April 24th. We are almost done with our assignments for first grade. You guys are all working so hard. Keep up the good work. So for your work today, first you're going to do this reading assignment. You're going to read a story about ducks and geese. Okay, so the title is Ducks and Geese. In this story, you're going to read about you're going to just learn about different things about ducks and geese. It gives you information, okay? A tricky word that you might see in this story is the word feathers. So think about what is the first sounds in the word feathers? What letter makes that sound? Then try and find the word in the story before you start reading. And then when you find it, put your finger on it, read it, and say it, okay? Just like we do in our reading groups at school, okay? That will help you when you get to that tricky word when you're reading. After you finish reading, you're going to do this comprehension page. So it doesn't really have anything to do with the story, but it's still helping you practice good reading strategies and good comprehension strategies. So it's still really important to do this page, even though it doesn't really match the story. So first, you're going to read the detail, okay? It tells you a detail about something. And it says, I put on my hat, gloves, and boots, okay? So I'm going to read it one more time. It says, I put on my hat, gloves, and boots. So this detail tells you, you get more information from this than it says. So I want you to think about, what do you know? What do you know about this information? I put on my hat, gloves, and boots. Why would I do that? Okay, so think about what else you know from hearing a sentence like this. Then you're going to write, well, how do I know that? Okay, how do I know that about this detail? Okay, I'm not going to tell you the answer. This is a little bit tricky, so please call me if you need extra help with this, okay? Or any of your first grade teachers. We are so happy to help you with this. If you need more writing space, you can write on these lines over here. And then you can draw a picture down here about this sentence. That is your reading work for today. For math today, we are on lesson 13. Okay? So we're on the lesson 13 problem set. And we're continuing to work on time. So for number 1, it says circle the clock that shows 1:30 o'clock. So you have to look at A, B, and C and figure out which clock shows 1:30 o'clock. Number 2 says circle the clock that shows 7 o'clock. So again, you're going to look at A, B, and C and find the clock that shows 7 o'clock. Number 3 says circle the clock that shows 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Number 4 says, what time is it? Write the times on the lines. So you have A, you're going to look at the time that the clock shows, and then you're going to write that time down here. It already has the 2 dots. Same with B and C. And then on number 5, you're going to draw the minute and hour hands on the clocks. So remember, the hour hand is the shorter line, and the minute hand is the longer line. Okay? So it says the time, it says all of the times, and then you're going to draw the lines on the clock to show that time. Okay. And then your writing for today is, I really like this writing today. You're going to pretend that you were granted one superpower. What would you select, or which superpower would you pick to have? Describe a day in the life as a superhero. So if you had that superpower, what would your day look like? Okay, what would you do? So if I had a superpower, I would pick to fly because I think it would be so cool and so easy to get around, just fly around Athens. But there's so many cool superpowers that you can be creative, think about that, and then today you can brainstorm your ideas, you can organize your details in a graphic organizer like we did at school, and then you can start your writing, okay? You're gonna finish this writing tomorrow. Okay, and then as always, if you have extra time, you can log on to iReady or Lexia. Lexia would be so great for you guys to get on. And then you can also work on your lesson 13 homework, okay? So for the homework, you're going to fill in the blanks. So it says clock blank shows 3:30. So it's either clock A or clock B. So you're going to write A or B on this line. You're going to pick the one that shows 3:30. 2 says clock blank shows 12:30. So which one shows 12:30? Number 3 says clock blank shows 11 o'clock. 4 says clock blank shows 8:30. Clock blank shows 5 o'clock. Okay, so use the pictures and pick if it's A or B. So you're just going to write A or B on all of these lines. And then, if I can get this to separate, there we go. The last page, so number 6 says write the time on the line under the clock. So you're going to use these pictures to help you figure out what time is this clock showing. And you're going to write the time on the lines below it. Number 7 says put a check next to the clock that shows 4 o'clock. So there's different ways to show 4 o'clock on a clock. Okay, so you're going to look at all of these clocks, A, B, C, D, and you're going to put a check in the boxes where it is correct, where it does show 4 o'clock. Okay, so that is your work for today. Again, please call us if you guys have any questions or need any extra help with anything. We are all so happy to help you. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.